Alright, this is scene one, shot one. It's all one take. This will be done like this from Marcus's POV. It'll be blurry and the sound will be distorted. You'll hear them just, holy shit, what? And then he'll say it, you two just dug your own graves. And then, out of focus, he'll hold up a gun and bang, fade black. Scene two, after some establishing shots of the restaurant and then the interior, we're going to cut to this. It's a wide shot. Jimmy's sitting in the booth, looking around like he owns the place. He's going to have a satchel. The folder standing in for a satchel in his lap. So he's looking around, scanning the room, thinking he's all hot shit. He's still looking around. It's another angle. He's going to spot a man eating by himself. We're going to do cut away of a man eating by himself. Honestly, not funny like that. He's going to actually see a couple also eating, and the man's going to look up and catch his eye. Now Max is going to enter right here. Max is going to be in the, unbeknownst to Jimmy, be behind him. And then he's going to enter. Hey, did you bring it? We're going to quit to another angle. Hey, did you bring it? And he sits down and he's all, hey, what's in the bag? We're going to a quick shot of the bag. It's a gift. So Max asking, how did you do it? When he's about to tell the story. We pan over. When it gets to Max, it fades to black. Some select shots of the heist. There's the guy doing the thing in the background. The guy's watching over the shoulder. He's going to have it. One shot goes to the wall, tethering. And when it goes to connect, pan out, he'll say, Silky, and the guy's going to be right there. Hell yeah. Introduction to Marcus. This can's actually going to be a wine glass filling up with wine. As he fills up, we're going to rack focus. That blue phone in the background is actually going to be a gun, and the iPad's going to be a laptop or a computer. And we're going to see Marcus sit down, and then he's going to reach over, and he's going to grab his glass of wine, pick it up to drink it. We're going to cut to a dolly shot behind him drinking, kind of slow and ominous. And that is our first shot of Marcus. We don't reveal his face. 84725. It says disarmed, pan out. We're in. Time to get paid. Here's Marcus receiving his phone call. We see him working. Phone rings. He picks it up. Marcus, and he gets all pissed off. Got to a close-up of his mouth and pissed off. And then it's actually going to be a computer screen, and we're going to pan up and only see Marcus's eyes right now while he's pissed off. And I swear to God, blah, 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 blah. I said for this. He gets done talking, slams down. Boom. All right, this is just spacer. This doesn't mean anything. But right now, here's Marcus getting ready for the thing. So he's working on his period. He stops. He knows something's wrong. Puts his hands at his side. Close up on his hands, showing the tension. Rack focus. His hands next to that camouflage phone is the gun. The screen, we see just his eyes. And instead of turning his head, his eyes are just going to glance to the side. Glance to the side and back. And now he's going to get pissed off. And this is when we first see Marcus's full face. All right there. Close up of him grabbing the gun. He turns. Swings, knocks it out of his hand, swings again, knocks him out of the chair. Cut directly to an overhead shot. That stool is actually Ron. The guy standing over him is that. We're going to have a few other shots from an in. Barney's working in front of the computer. He's lit by only the screen. We're actually going to have a few other takes of him grabbing the gun and whatnot. But here's Barney working in front of the computer. And then he's going to realize he's got some hot shit. So he's actually going to remove his ski mask and say, holy shit, and turn and cut. Alright, this is actually the monologue where he talks about his brother shooting his hand. We're going to do that all in one take, but right now from over the shoulder, we're going to push in past Max so only Jimmy's on screen, and it's actually going to make him the larger character now. He's going to establish some dominance on the screen. So we push in, so it's just him on the screen, he's larger, and he's telling the story, and that's how we do it. And then from there, when we do the over the shoulder of Max, when he cuts out after that monologue, see Max is now the lesser character over the shoulder. Now, once Jimmy pulls out the gun, we're going to do this all in one shot, one take. He pulls out the gun, he shows it to him, he sees it, the camera's going to pan back and forth. We do this because everything's different now. The only person who doesn't realize is Jimmy. He passes the gun to Max. Max gets it up, pulls it up, and he says, Marcus's gun, because I know, and then the camera's going to pan in between the dialogue. This is all going to be one single shot from the take. And we do this because it throws the audience off, because something's off. Jimmy just doesn't know it yet. And he's getting rid of the gun. Is it loaded? Well, it's missing one bullet. Can I get the money? A lot of people don't know how to fire guns, blah, 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 blah. Can I get the money? And he's just, they always kick back, and then I'm sorry, Jimmy. And he says, you're sorry about what? And then this is when Jimmy finally, he start, you know, he says, I'm sorry. He says, I'm sorry about what? And this is when Jimmy finally catches what's going on. So the camera follows him, he turns, and he starts to realize, and we do a full 360-degree pan, and the restaurant will be completely empty. Jimmy was so self-involved, and Max kept his attention so much he didn't notice that he's completely alone, no safety net. And when we pan back, boom, Max is holding the gun straight up to his head. Now, he doesn't actually shoot like Ron does here. Now we do cuts of their just conversation. You should have kept reading your Bible. You should have stopped playing how to play gangster. And then he leads them away. We're gonna go somewhere else and meet my guy. And another shot of that angle we could do is from this one. Here we go. Yes, follow me. Shouldn't have tried to play gangster. Let's go meet my guy. Now here's the money shot. Now it's actually going to be Jimmy's face in the dark, and then lights come on, boom, we see the guy tied to the chair behind him. It'll be Barney tied to the chair, and Ron is Jimmy. Now, here's when Marcus enters. We don't know who it is. He's in the shadows. He's kind of silhouetted. Barney's sitting there, kind of beat up. He's been tortured, and then he's saying the first half of his monologue, and there is when he's finally in the light, we see who he is. Little cut shot of Barney in the chair all beaten up. There's Marcus in the light. That's right, I'm alive, motherfucker. And then we cut to this shot, and Marcus begins his boom, starts gagging him right there. And this is when he starts the second half of his monologue. You be murderers and thieves, and yada, yada, yada. The thing is, the monologue will end before the dude's dead. So he stopped talking, and then we just sit there and listen to the dude die. Cut to shots of him just sitting there strangling him like that. He's just staring Jimmy down. Jimmy's watching. We cut to shots of the garage, shots of the tools, shots of just ominous shots everywhere. Close-up shots of him gagging. Close-up shots of his hands as he struggles for life. They'll be duct taped down. And then we just sit there and just watch him struggle until Barney is finally dead and we all live happily ever after. Then after that is when, he starts walking to Jimmy and talking to Jimmy.